We have Uncle Hollywood.
The greatest teacher of all in Vietnam.
The greatest public school teacher in all of Ho Chi Minh City, without a question, unquestionably.
Without a degree.
Without a degree. Still doing it all these years, and he's come out to visit us in Vung Tau. And we're gonna go hit up the sauna and just kick it today, but we figure we give you guys, you know, tons and tons of content. So we're gonna make a video today as well, just so you guys can see us hanging out and what the lifestyle's like. Now, Vung Tau is only about 1.5 hours from Ho Chi Minh City. So this will be a place where you will spend a lot of your time if you are living in Ho Chi Minh City. This is the nearest nice place. And it's not Vietnam's best beach by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a cool town. And it's a cool town to be close to. And like, there are some nice things to do here. There's a monastery. With the building we're in, we have our apartment tour already, guys, but we're gonna go hang out up on our roof for a bit, and maybe we'll talk today a little bit about what life is like teaching out here, and some of the opportunities that have come my way that may be actually keeping me here. We'll see, I don't know. There's a lot going on, and I'm not sure which direction we're gonna go, but by the time you guys see this video, we'll have already figured it out.
You know, and coming from Ho Chi Minh to Vung Tau, I'm from New Jersey. So that's like going from Bergen County, Hackensack to Seaside Heights, just for if you're from the east side at all. So it's not that far, and you're on a bus. I think it cost me for less than $12 one way. So it's pretty easy. You're on a little bus with a massage chair and Wi-Fi and AC. I actually fell asleep coming here last night.
So there's really 2 ways that you can get out here. You could take the limo bus. I mean, there's more than 2 ways, but there's 2 ways that you're gonna wanna come out here. And that's either you take the limo bus and it drops you off at your accommodation, or you take the hydrofoil and it drops you off kind of over on this side of Front Beach right there. And then you can walk into town, or there'll be taxis and stuff like that that'll take you to pretty much wherever you want to go. Back in the day, I didn't always have accommodations, so I would just have them drop me off over here at Front Beach, and we would just walk around in this little area here, or like in this denser area. It wasn't really as built yet. It all looked kind of more similar to this green space. A lot of these new high-rises, this stuff is relatively recent. Like the building that I'm in, guys, this is very recent. You know, years ago there was none of that. So this area over here is the port area, guys. This is a big reason why Vung Tau has money, is this port. And there's a refinery over here. It's very near to the port of Ho Chi Minh City. This is actually Ba Ria province that we're in. So Ba Ria province is a nearby province to Ho Chi Minh. It's a very nice place, very pleasant, you know, but yet you have that quick access. You're in Ho Chi Minh in 1.5 hours. So there's no question this place was eventually going to develop. All right, we're going to give Hollywood the tour, the grand tour of our condo. Considering there's a possibility I might stay in Vung Tau. So we got a gym, yoga, pool, restroom, and jacuzzi on this side, but it's not hot. It's just like part of the pool. And then some of you have seen the apartment before. I'll show you again. These buildings are very secure. Cameras everywhere, security everywhere. And I gotta even be a little low-key filming, because sometimes they don't mind you filming on your phone, but they'll be weird about you filming on the GoPro for some reason. This is our gym. You guys have seen it. See, it's not too bad, man, for like a little...
Dude, you could do anything in this gym.
Yeah, I do. I do my rehab here.
Other than get big. Other than get big.
No one's here today, Jeff.
Wow, it's empty.
What's going on?
Whoa, nobody's here. So if you sign a lease in this place, you can get them for like 8. I've seen ones with no view for less, but 8, 9, you know, and I'm talking like high floor, you know. Vietnam's one of the cheapest countries in the world, guys, when it comes to what you get for what you pay.
10 million is less than 500, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Saigon is more expensive than here or in any other province, obviously. And that's because there's a lot more opportunity in Saigon, and these places are small. But I mean, if you have a niche, I mean, it's not a bad place. And the Vietnamese, you know.
No alcohol.
Yeah, you can't drink up here.
Yeah, looks like a lot of things you can't do.
Yeah, look, bikini's okay. You
No playing.
can't sit on the lifeguard stool. You can't spit.
There goes my switchblade.
No
No
running.
pets.
Some of these make sense though. No smoking, I like that. It's
They
good.
don't say weed, no, just no smoking. That's a cigarette.
In Cambodia, they had a smoking area. They had like a corner, because the Chinese can't not smoke, you
No
know?
running, no jumping, no diving, no pushing, no food, no drink, no glassware, no alcohol, no swim when raining. Oof, a lot of no's.
Yeah, a lot of rules, a lot of rules.
Guys, let's check out the view. There's a small portion here where we can check out the view.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, it's just a nice place in general, Vung Tau. And the Vietnamese are cool out here. They're entrepreneurial, just like they are in Saigon. The culture is very similar.
This is the view.
I mean, you're very near to Saigon here.
It's breezy.
Here's our little view. I think out of our window is nicer, but you get the idea. Anyways, we're gonna go hit the sauna, guys. I will catch up to you when we're chilling at the pool. What's up, guys? I'm in Mysore, India. I'm chilling with this cow here. If this cow were to give me mad cow disease, I would want to have health insurance. And if you're gonna live as an expat, you're gonna want to have health insurance too. He's either biting me or licking me. He's licking me. Aw, hello.
It's so cute.
See, if I get sick from touching this cow, I want to have health insurance, right? So Safety Wing is a good health insurance for people like me who travel around the world and live in interesting places. I'm covered. If I get sick in India, at least I got health insurance. Safety Wing is designed for people who move around and who travel, so it's the perfect health insurance for people who live our kind of lifestyle. So this is our sauna. There's nobody in here, so I can film it real quick. They got the little lockers there. I usually just put my shit on top, and a little place for your shoes. And you know, I hotbox the fuck out of this. It's so good for you guys to sauna. And I'm an athlete, so I go in here and stretch. And big quality of life addition for me personally. All right, so considering you are paying $400 a month, this is how we have to fill for the sauna. So we just, you know how normally a nice sauna would have like a wooden bucket or something that you would fill? Ours is a plastic bottle that you fill and you throw on the sauna. I'll show you guys. This is ridiculous. It takes forever to get it warm because you don't have much water that you can really throw on it, you know? I like to douse it. I want to get the room steamy. Yeah. I'm like an old Norwegian man when it comes to saunas, or like a Russian, you know? Got a view too, not bad.
It's cold, isn't it?
All right, so this is the pool.
I think just because I was sitting there for a while.
Yeah, this is the pool. And
Oh, show them the view.
this place only cost me $400 a month, guys. For sauna, rooftop pool. Here's a little bit of the view. They fucked it up. Look at this dumb shit. You see this?
Yeah.
I'm
Why?
not the dumb shit. This is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not you, but this. Yeah. Like,
Sunset's this way.
they blocked off the whole fucking view.
Yeah.
Blocked over here too.
And they put a sign in front of it.
But still, listen, guys. If I gotta use a plastic bottle in the sauna, and for some reason they closed the view on the roof, I'm not really complaining. It's $400
How
bucks.
can I complain?
Mish just said, I think, literally the same thing I just
Yeah.
did. So guys, today's video, we're gonna talk a little bit about TEFLs. So I was thinking about this because I'm always thinking of titles for videos and stuff, guys. So I was like, all right, what about the video the TEFL industry doesn't want you to see?
Yeah.
And for me, it made a lot of sense because I'm kind of like the enemy of their industry, because I'm out here lining up jobs for people and getting them long-term visas and helping them out without them needing to spend thousands of dollars. So I kind of like
Cutting that part out.
Yeah, cut out the middleman kind
Cutting
of.
that expense out, actually. Cutting that expense out, you know?
Yeah, because I hear stories about, oh, I paid $1,200 for the TEFL, and I tell them I paid $25.
Right.
And it's so easy to actually get a TEFL. I mean, like you got all these companies that you see in certain groups and stuff saying, oh, buy the TEFL for 800, 150 hours. All you gotta do is go online. There's so many of them, and they don't care.
Yeah.
So I had a guy argue with me the other day.
Why not?
And he was like on one of these Facebook groups talking about like, because I put up one of my ads, and one of my ads said like how like somebody tried selling me, offering me to sell a TEFL for them. Like they have this big classroom project they want to do out here. And I basically told the guys like, listen man, that's like the opposite of what I'm gonna do. Like I'm not gonna sell a TEFL for you, some scammy ass service, because I'm a small business. I depend heavily on customers referring their friends and giving me references. So I'm gonna do what's good for the client, not what's good for me when it comes to that, you know?
Because the long run.
Yeah, it's more about the long run and about having a solid reputation. And I think they don't like me because, you know, I had one guy who commented when I put up that advertisement kind of telling that story. And this guy started going like, oh, well, what about the kids' education? And I'm like, so you're telling me your course is gonna prepare me to go into a classroom of 60 kids and say, duck, duck, duck?
I have never used my TEFL. Anything I've learned on my TEFL. I had an argument with somebody on Facebook. She was living in Da Nang. And she's like, oh, you're not using anything from your TEFL? I'm like, oh, I don't know about you, but it's hard to put a horseshoe in 62 kids.
Same exact thing happened to me. I was like, wow, this TEFL really was a waste of time.
Yeah.
I did not use one thing from it. Even the writing of the lesson plan, I couldn't use it because my center wanted it differently, you know? So it's like completely useless.
That's funny though, lesson planning?
Yeah.
My lesson plan is, I go in, I ask a student for their book, I open it to the page, I look at it, and say, okay, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, me too, pretty much. Pretty much.
That's my lesson plan.
When I was in the public schools, I usually sometimes by halfway through the year, I would have lost the book already. So I'm like borrowing the kids' books.
That's what I'm doing.
I did a little bit of office work, so I had a full-time schedule. So I did a little bit of office work, so I made lesson plans for other teachers. You know what I mean?
But you don't even use, like, they say, like,
don't.
a lesson plan.
I think they show
the class
parents,
starts.
right?
Yeah.
That's what they show the parents, Jeff.
Okay, I've never even given a lesson plan to anybody.
So it depends on the place, guys. Like I don't want to be fully disingenuous. Like if you work for like an international school, you're gonna make lesson plans. But I mean, in like the thing the TEFL industry doesn't want you to know is that in Asia especially, right, there's so many tiers to this market. So yeah, there are places that are gonna have high standards and require you to have all kinds of documents and paperwork, and then there's everything in between.
I think it's just the government that wants that piece of paper.
But the training centers and the public schools, they have their ways of working with their own government, and they get you your legal documents.
Yeah.
And it's not any of your business how that happens, you know?
I just can't, that the money you would waste on a TEFL, it's about, you just get the cheapest one you can.
Yeah.
I did 150 hours, it cost me 25 bucks.
Nice.
And there was cheaper ones.
Yeah.
I would say it costs more to mail it to me.
Yes, mine too. So mine cost 9 New Zealand dollars, and then it cost $30 to mail it to me.
Yeah.
So it was more expensive to mail it than to take the course.
I was really stupid. I didn't know. I was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I was still in the West. I paid like $300 for this bullshit.
We hadn't come to Vietnam yet. We had no idea about the industry, and you know, got scammed, I guess.
No, it's not a scam per se. Like there's some that are out there charging 2 racks, you know?
Right.
But I mean,
it was still very expensive though.
and I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. Like I'm not saying that the TEFL industry itself is a scam and that you don't need a TEFL. I think a TEFL has its place. I just think a $2,000 TEFL is a scam. I think like something you buy for 20 bucks to 50 bucks. Okay, I don't think that's a scam. Fine. You want to take a course? Take a course.
I mean, you learn stuff from the TEFL.
It's not like the worst thing, but
you just never use anything from the TEFL.
You don't really use any of it. They're like, yo, line up. They're like, take your class and put them in a circle. I'm like, yo, I got 60 grade 1 kids who don't understand a thing I'm fucking saying.
They're on their phones. They got earplugs in. The teacher's hitting them.
You're doing high school, so they're just like ignoring you completely.
I've completely given up. I told them last week, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do my alphabet, which I've been doing for 8 weeks and they still don't know.
Oh my God.
And then I'm gonna sit down, and if I don't have a teacher aide, which in this school I really don't have, just come up if you want to talk to me in English.
Yeah, that's usually what I would do.
Minutes.
I would just talk to the ones who wanted to talk.
No TA.
Who wanted to try.
I have no TAs in most of my classes.
Oh God.
So I start my class 10 minutes late.
Right.
I end it 5 minutes early.
Nice.
And the alphabet and the vowel sounds and all that stuff takes about 20 minutes, and then I sit down.
Perfect.
But I tell them, if you want to learn English and you want to make more money, I'm right here, I'll help you. You want to write something, I'll read it and correct it for you. And I have students that do that.
That's great.
You know, they're good with English and they want to learn a little bit. But at this point, it's like, I'm just sitting down.
Yeah.
It's not worth the energy.
No.
I was gonna say, like, sometimes all the desks for the students don't even fit in the classroom.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they're
I've had them in the
desks,
hallways
like,
even.
in the hallway.
Yeah.
Like looking in the window.
I put a
teacher,
short
teacher.
video out on my channel, Hollywood's Journey.
Check it out,
My
guys.
first class ever in Vietnam. It's a 9-second short video.
Okay.
Not many looks.
Right.
But I walked in, there were 78 kids that were 9 years old. No, 8 years old. The teacher got up and left. And then look at my video. And on my video, I'm going, what the hell am I doing? That's
That's
exactly
grade
what I
3.
said.
That's grade 3, guys.
And there was 75 kids going, circle. The room was big. I mean, check it out. It's like, and that was the first one put me in.
Wow.
Welcome to Vietnam.
So when I first started doing this, I actually had an old channel that, you know, they ended up taking down, you know, because I was not woke, so to speak, and I was definitely not a stable person, right? So I'm bouncing all over. I'm telling the real truth about teaching in Vietnam, catting off on my roof, remember?
Yep, that's why I started subscribing to you.
Just like showing the reality, right? And there's a lot of people who don't want you to know that you can rock up out here and just be like a plumber basically, and the next thing you know, you're like a teacher and you're living in a good apartment and you have quality of life. But it takes time, guys, because not everybody's made for this. Not everybody makes it out here. Some people don't like living in Southeast Asia. They get sick their first time and they're gone, you know.
It's
run
too
off.
polluted.
It's very polluted. There's a lot of issues. Even me, like I'm in
You will get
Southeast.
sick.
I'm gonna be out here for a minute. I don't know, like whether it be Vietnam, but I'll be in Southeast Asia for a minute. There's just a few more things I need to do, but I really enjoyed going to India and breathing fresh air. And you know,
When I went back home, my dad lives near the woods in Jersey.
yeah.
And it was like quiet and you hear the breeze and the air was, you know, I hung out on the back and just seen the deer run by.
So people think of India and they think it's super dirty, but I was in the Himalayas, and the Himalayas have like crystal clear air, and
Yes.
it's
You have
just-
a lot of yaks.
Yeah, yaks. It's like
Huge
clouds.
yaks.
You're like in the clouds every day. And
Yeah.
then I was also in Mysore, which is the south, and it's not a very big city. Bangalore had bad pollution, but Mysore had really almost none. Like similar to like Chiang Mai during the non-burning season, like a normal time of year, or like Vung Tau here. Here it's been about 70, 80. It hasn't been great the last couple days, but we never get the air quality Saigon gets out here. That's one thing I really like about
I
it.
haven't worn a mask since I came here.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
No.
I wear it all the time in Saigon, so here I figured I can let it slide. You can actually see the bottom of the road.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm counting right now and I see 5 bikes.
Yeah. You can see him.
So guys, I don't want you to get it twisted. Like if you're from like Africa or the Middle East and you don't have a degree, you're not getting a fucking job, you know?
Yeah.
Possibly from Philippines or something, but they would treat you badly if you didn't have documents. But if you're a white native speaker or a non-white American Brit native speaker, like you could be a guy from Uganda, but if you have that US passport, you'll get a job. The problem would be if you have the passport from Ghana or like somewhere in Africa, like or North Africa, Middle East. It's very hard even sometimes to get you the tourist visa. Now there's ways to do this stuff, of course, like, but it's most of the time the Vietnamese that I personally deal with, they're not interested, right? They want young blonde girl, backpacker. That's the ideal candidate. Backpacker with a degree. Oh my God.
Like you're from Russia, your English is your third language, but because you look the part,
so
you're
white,
in.
so blonde.
Yeah, you're in.
And if you have a degree on top of it, choi oi.
You're in.
But honestly, they don't hire the Russians as much, except for really more so they hire them in places like Nha Trang, because there's so many, and like in the like Da Nang, you might, because they'll work for less money a lot of times. Like in Saigon, of course, you're gonna have Russian people, but you also have people from like everywhere in the world. It's not particular.
One of the schools I know, he just got fired. He had piercings all over.
Russian guy?
Really?
A Russian guy, yeah.
hired
One of the
him?
students was telling me.
Punk rocker.
I think he was probably in like a gang or something because
Oh,
of
wow.
the tattoos like
Really?
he had on his hands.
Oh, wow.
And he yelled every second. The students like, I don't know what to do. All he does is yell, and I don't even know what he's saying. He just starts saying it in Russian.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I'm like, I said it. Well, first of all, I told her, I said, when you're standing next to him, say something in Vietnamese nice about him, and if he looks at you, you know he knows Vietnamese.
Right.
Because a lot of kids talk about you, and they don't know if you
That you
understand
know.
them.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
yeah.
might have said something, and now he yells.
And he
all the
knows,
time.
yeah, he knows, yeah. Or he's just nuts. He's just some batshit crazy guy from Russia who bought a
Right,
plane ticket.
who's drinking vodka every night.
Right.
Bro, I had one in the train who was just walking around yelling. Like,
Well, that was my second thing. I said, second, he's from Russia. He probably drinks a lot of vodka.
could be drunk.
And he
Could be
comes out
drunk.
probably every night and comes into your class with a hangover from the vodka. And,
Could be.
He's yelling all
and you
day.
got 58 kids
Right.
screaming.
Screaming. You're right. Your
Yeah.
patience might go kind of quickly. Like, yeah, I mean, anything's possible. But see, guys, that's the point, right? So, like, there is a part of this industry where the kids are getting this kind of like rigorous academic, like, to me, actually, I think these kids are better off because they're getting to hang out with like real foreigners who are from the West and actually have like life experiences and they can actually like give these kids some knowledge. The ones who go to international school, they're just teaching them like, you know, that women can be men and men can be women.
Right.
So,
Well,
but they're getting a Western education, right?
Yeah.
Like here in the public school, they're not. They're getting a Vietnamese education.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
The
I'm just
school-
saying.
The school I'm at now, I just found out if like grade 11, 16, or like the higher the number, the less English you know.
Right.
And so
Okay.
those classes I don't do as much
Mhm.
because it's impossible.
Yeah.
But the lower ones, like if I'm doing class 11-5, there's a lot of kids that speak. So what I do is I just have them write like a paragraph. That's it. The whole class, just write a paragraph. And most of the times they don't even do it. And then I walked around to each kid and I sit with them for 2-3 minutes and correct their misspellings. And I feel it's better to get one-on-one when there's 48 kids in a class.
Yeah.
So just write something. Half the classes are going to do it anyway.
Right.
And then the ones who did it are the ones that care. I'll go help them.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. Like obviously international schools are going to get a better education, but there's also going to be like indoctrination and brainwashing from the West and from, you know, from their own country. So it's like, I mean, like if I were going to be a foreigner out here and I were going to have kids, I would probably not put them in the public school system at all. I don't think you even could. And I would not definitely go to the international school system.
Yes.
I would definitely 100% homeschool because here they'll let you do it and nobody will bother you. You could raise your kids, give them whatever education you want to give them. You're a foreigner, so you're not really part of the society anyway.
And you're probably working from home if you're living here with kids because you're online or something. You're a nomad.
Yeah, exactly.
You're probably not a teacher where you have to go out every day.
For some, I get it. Do the international school thing, you know, like, but you know, with the kind of stuff that goes on in those schools in the West, that's what scares me is like, I bet it would be some of that going on in international schools all over the globe probably. But that's in academics who
I
are
wouldn't
working
want to do
there.
it international school.
Well, most of the guys I met who work there, man, they're all academics who think like way too much about their own shit and like narcissistic and like some of them are cool, but they recognize that in their industry, you know, like
Right.
that's why they like me.
There's snooty ones.
They like me because I'm like trolling it, right? Like, so I have one of my best friends. He's based in Cambodia, and you know, you see him in the videos. And that motherfucker has a master's degree. He works in top tier international schools, but he's just insane. And in his free time, he just goes and fucking goes crazy and shit. You know, he's a good dude, a really good person. You know, but he tells me all about the industry and how there's full of these fucking like narcissist woke types who think the fucking world revolves around them, and like people who've like quit because they didn't think the standard of the education was good enough. Like,
Right.
I mean, and like good enough for you, for like you fucking jerk off
Who
teacher.
went to college.
Yeah.
These kids barely know how to say, you know, hello.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And
Really
like,
no English.
and guys, like the point I bring all this up is because these are the people who are gonna hate on you and not want you to know what it's really like here. These are the ones
Gatekeepers.
in the gatekeepers. These are the ones in the Facebook groups that are telling you that 100% you can't get a job without a degree. These are the people who are telling you like their version of reality. Now, I'm not doing anything illegal. I don't get involved in anything to do with getting you work permits or any of that stuff. But I do know for a fact there's a lot of recruiters that are hiring, and so far they've been willing to give people jobs without degrees.
Yeah.
So
a lot of them.
And a lot of them, I happen to know them personally and have their numbers, and they staff for over hundreds of schools. So I certainly know that this is happening. Right, so you're not going to tell me this is not happening. Like,
I mean,
you know,
I see it. I work with 2 of them from South Africa.
no degree.
No degree.
Okay.
From South Africa.
They have work permits.
Yeah.
White?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Teacher, white like milk.
Oh, Teacher Milk. You remember that story?
Oh,
Oh my God.
well, the one is pretty milky.
I have some, guys, I have a collection of racist shit that recruiters have said to me over the years. So I just want to let you guys know, if you're American and you bank in the US, you should check out Charles Schwab because they refund overseas ATM fees. There's a link in the description of the video. You guys can have a look. And if you're thinking about banking overseas,
We save about $90 every month on refund from ATM fees.
And people are like, $90, that's not a lot, but in Asia it is.
Hey guys, so at this pool, they actually have a lifeguard. This is the first time I'm seeing a pool with a lifeguard in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Even at the beaches, I don't see lifeguards.
sometimes here.
I have never seen a lifeguard at the beach. Not Train, Queen Young, Phu Quoc. Never seen one.
So there's one on this side and there's one on that
Oh yeah, I
side
see them
as well.
down there. Yeah.
See, there's another one
I wonder how much they make.
in the yellow. Interesting.
So guys, this dove, it like lives here. It like hangs out with these guys all day. I think it's like tamed or they feed it, but it's the same dove every day. It's pretty friendly. So our pool comes with a pet dove. Very pretty, right? With the colors. Yeah, it's cool.
Flowers here too. It's a nice place.
It is a nice place, guys. It's not so bad. I just look what they did with the view. Oh, covered the entire view. That's the thing I don't like. This would have been way better. Like my spot in Phnom Penh, I had at the Golden One. That was one of the condos we were at out there. They had a good rooftop. I got plugged if you need under market apartments in places like Golden One or places like this. So if you are a digital nomad and you're thinking about coming out here and you're looking for under market apartments, once you pay my consulting fee, you get access to my entire network, and I've got a network nationwide. I got people who can do anything for you in this country, whether it be long-term visas or employment or housing or finding opportunities. We have you covered here, guys. We've been in this country for a long time, and Vietnam is a big part of what made us who we are and got us where we are today.
Movies in English, Vietnamese subtitles. They have scary movies from Thailand.
So this is Uncle Hollywood's TikTok. You should check him out. Uncle Hollywood, he's on YouTube and TikTok.
Hollywood's Journey, TikTok, Hollywood's Journey. And my YouTube, Hollywood's Journey, but I go as Uncle Hollywood because I'm here to be the good uncle and give you great advice and good reviews. So if you go to my channel, I don't have drones or anything, but you will get 100% honest reviews and how much everything is. And if it's worth it, I got stuff from Europe, nightlight videos, best foods of Europe, train rides from, used to be Yugoslavia, now it's
There's many countries. Serbia.
And I went to Montenegro. That was a 10-hour train ride.
That's also former Yugoslavia.
Yeah. So I'm all over the world.
Yeah, he's and his channel, it's really like if you want some just look into the life of the average expat guy, like doing the public school thing out here. His channel's a great opportunity to see how he's living, and he does reviews on places he goes and lets you guys know whether or not you should check it out if you're in town. So it's a great channel, and I definitely support him. Got to support Uncle Hollywood. Good people. And yeah, guys, a beautiful cloudy day here in Vung Tau. I think we're gonna go get some coffee. All right, so we gotta go hit the ATM. So we're gonna show Hollywood around the vicinity and discuss a little bit more about the TEFL game for you guys and a little bit more about the teacher thing. Okay, our transport is on the way. You're calling a ride to the ATM?
ATM.
Oh, I thought we were gonna walk. Okay.
No, we're going to TP Bank.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, it is faster to take a ride. Yeah, so, yeah, we're hopping in. We're going to go hit the ATM.
He's here anyway.
Oh, he's here already. And then we're going to go and grab some coffee with Uncle Hollywood and continue our discussion from earlier. So, yeah, stay tuned.
TP Bank has no ATM fee. So, you're going to avoid ATM fee. Use TP Bank. You can take out $5 million at a time. No fee.
Most of them are just like no branch locations, but this one in Vung Tau happens to be like a large branch, but
it's a bank actually.
Yeah, the ATMs are all like just like I guess it's like internet banking through their little portal, but very cool, very cool. They're usually air conditioned, and they're reliable banks that allow you to take out about 5 million at a clip with no fee. So if you need to pay rent or pay bills, TP is fantastic for you to know about as an expat. So you guys can check this out. This is the Lotta Mart. So this is a big, very nice supermarket. We've done a video on it as well. We're heading up the boulevard. We're gonna go and take Hollywood to a pretty good little cafe up here. This is the War Memorial here in Vung Tau on this side.
It's like a roundabout, really nice.
They have a nice temple for the war martyrs on the other side of it. It's pretty cool. It's actually a temple with a shrine of Ho Chi Minh. Very interesting. We walked through it the other day. So you guys can get a look at Vung Tau City. Yeah, it's a cool neighborhood. You've got the French boulevard style still, the big long green boulevards going down the middle.
That's the lake.
Yeah, this is over here. This is a lake. They're starting to develop and like build in infrastructure around the lakes, but it's still got a ways to go. Homeboy came up on the sidewalk and got us. That's nice. You guys can see the infrastructure here in Vung Tau is actually really decent. This is one of the nice advantages of being so close to Ho Chi Minh City, but still being kind of far enough away from it to where you're not in the chaos. There are a lot of little provincial cities that you guys may never have heard of. Places like Bien Hoa, Ben Tre. These can be nice places to live. And if you want to teach English, these are places where they're going to be more flexible on documents and things like that. Like if you don't have a degree or something like that, you'll have much more audience in a place like that if you're a native speaker. Because just even having an American wander into some of those towns would be quite an unusual thing. So yeah, being a little bit outside of the city has its advantages. The disadvantages are they are often like little kingdoms. So doing business or getting things done in these places can be very complicated. But what's so nice about Vung Tau is, again, you're so close to the city that it's still very similar business culture and mindset to Saigon, but with a much nicer quality of life. You don't give up too much convenience. You give up some for delivery. You get better food for sure delivered in Saigon and like convenience. But you know, if you don't mind getting in a car or getting on a bike or driving yourself, you can go to places here that have, you know, good varieties, good pizza out here. There's a bunch of course, good seafood, and you guys can get a sense for what a life would be like in a small little provincial city near to Ho Chi Minh. And I would say it's still pretty small, but it is growing fast.
We just passed an Apollo English center.
Yeah, there's a bunch of training centers out here. And there is actually foreigners in public schools here too. If you guys are in need of employment connections, you know, or advice, we got you on that.
And coffee station.
All right, this is my little coffee spot when I'm in Vung Tau.
We've arrived.
So this is called Tuk Lao. This is the bamboo bong. They'd be ripping bong loads of tobacco with that. You see it more in the north, but this place is pretty cool, huh? They do a lot of the typical Vietnamese favorites. I think the bucket seats are the most comfortable. Nice environment for chilling, catching up with the homie. Hey, come on, bro. And Ba Ong Nook. 3 waters. Good vibes, right, man?
Yeah, I mean, I don't go to many coffee shops.
Yeah, this place is chill.
Of it.
This is good if you want to come work. You know, these type of
I see all the
places.
students down there doing stuff.
Fast Wi-Fi, you know. Good ass drinks too, actually.
So we got all drinks for $5.27 USD.
And guys, those are gonna be big cafe drinks. These are not little drinks.
We'll
for
show
this
you.
price.
We'll
Yeah,
show them.
that's $5.70 for 3 of them. And you guys can check out some of the traditional Vietnamese favorites.
All right.
All right, so this is Uncle Hollywood's first time ever having an egg coffee.
First egg coffee.
And he's been in Vietnam for 5 years. Nam Nam.
Yeah.
Home Cafe Chong.
Today, 5 years.
See, bro.
In Vietnam. And I'm in a cafe in Vung Tau, An Coffee Station. They have specialty coffees, coconut, egg. I've been informed that the egg coffee in Hanoi is a little better. They keep it hot underneath to a little flame. I do not like coffee. The only other time I've drinking coffee is in the dungeon in, where was I? Lviv, Ukraine, underground. listening to heavy metal with a hard hat. And the coffee was made with a flamethrower. So now, this is a little less dangerous, but do I stir it or do I just drink it?
Oh, it's up to you. You can stir it or you can eat it like a...
Have a sip and then stir.
So this is a coffee, and it was 45,000 dong, which is about $1.85, $1.90. Wow. That's good.
It is, right?
That's good.
That's right. That's right. You want to try? Do you want to try one of the coconut coffees?
You want to try coconut?
Coconut is really good, bro. His first time trying some of these iconic.
Right.
These are iconic coffee drinks in
Now
Vietnam.
I'm gonna be burning out of my body. I'm gonna have a coconut coffee. Yeah, I don't like that one.
So you guys can see, it's like a mix of coffee and of not coconut ice cream, is
It
it?
is way stronger though, the coffee.
Coconut with coffee.
It's like coconut smoothie.
But it's more liquidy. This
Yes.
is more creamy, fun.
Yes, this is like you're eating custard.
As you can see,
Delicious.
I could do without the shake because it's like a coffee grind shake. And I don't really like how it tastes.
No, I think that's cinnamon.
That didn't taste like cinnamon.
Oh, they put some coffee grind. Oh, okay.
Could be, yeah.
Or it could have been maybe nutmeg or something.
Maybe.
But it wasn't cinnamon. I don't think.
So he's not a coffee guy, guys, but this is his first time trying some of these very iconic Vietnamese coffee drinks. These like very famous.
Yeah, it's definitely coffee grind. I must say, it doesn't really taste like coffee.
No.
Other than the shit they put.
No,
in
and like, bro, some of them are really good, man. Like I've had ones in Hanoi where they put brandy in them. They put like the rum, things like that. Very, very
I don't know
interesting.
if I would want liquor in it for the first one, but it is custardy. It's almost like eating into a donut and the custard coming out.
And I like these a lot because they're very refreshing in the South. It's actually a iconic Southern
Is
coffee.
it more expensive in Ho Chi Minh than it is in Vung Tau?
No, it's cheaper here by
So
far.
it's cheaper in Vung Tau, guys.
For sure.
Once again, this is Uncle Hollywood. You're watching Hollywood's journey. I'm gonna spin you around here, and we have a special guest. Two of them. There's one.
Hi, everybody.
Reborn abroad.
Reborn abroad.
Schooling them on the Vietnamese coffee drink. So this is a staple, iconic drink for the South of Vietnam, guys. This is a coconut coffee, and it's basically like a coconut smoothie with coffee. I don't even drink coffee anymore, but once in a while I like to come here and I'll have one of these. Because again, it's a very iconic Southern drink in the South of Vietnam. What he's trying is actually more famous in the North and in just in Hanoi and in that region in general, whereas this is more of an iconic Southern drink. And if you guys are interested in, moving out to Southeast Asia or checking out, new opportunities in your life, check out our channel, Reborn Abroad. We help people like you get started in new countries, with more opportunity, more lifestyle options than what you might have thought was possible.
I'm gonna be President Biden for a second and whisper. I got no degree. So, I mean, you can get work here, and I highly recommend it. I think if you're in the States or in Europe, I only work about 22 hours a week, and my cost of living is a third of everything, and I believe you should give it a try. It opens up your eyes and your life. You get to try a coffee and snails you never knew existed.
Yeah, a lot of snails out here. They like the snails.
They like the snails.
They do.
I won't eat them. That's one thing I won't eat. I've eaten scorpions
She likes
and
them.
bugs, but I will not eat these slimy, snaily things.
I was eating scorpions in Thailand.
I had one in Thailand. I had some grasshoppers and
Chili.
But once again, we are in Vung Tau, Reborn Abroad, and you have just witnessed Uncle Hollywood's first taste of an A coffee, which I highly recommend.
And your first coconut coffee.
And my first coconut coffee, and my first time in the AM station coffee shop.
It's a great little Vung Tau coffee shop, guys.
Wi-Fi is good, and there's a bunch of people here. They have aircon. It's indoors, so you're not going to sweat because my stuff is good.
Brain freeze.
Subscribe, share, comment to Reborn Abroad, and to this guy on Hollywood's journey.
That's cold.
And this is my first A coffee, and I'm gonna bid you an adieu.
And I do what I do, what I do. So yeah, guys.
Brain freeze.
I got a brain freeze. So Hollywood, he is officially legal because he is now married. So he's now a work permit exemption. So he started out just teaching, you know, and his school arranged for him to get a work permit however they did it. And now he's officially married somebody and he's fully legit now, guys. No more gray area, anything.
Nothing.
100% legal.
Come, go, whatever I want to do, get any job I want.
Yeah.
I can look further now, more than teaching if I wanted to.
Well, you know, as you guys in your relationship, you know, you stay together for a long time, trust gets built. You know, there's a lot of things you can do here, man. And
We've been together 4 years.
So I mean, and like, you know, imagine now you're married in another like 4 or 5 years, you guys could potentially have businesses together. It's something I could help you with too, you know. So I would love to do something with you, bro. That's always.
Hey guys, definitely check out our merchandise. We got t-shirts, we got hats.
Cups.
We got mugs. It's in the description below.
So we're about to hop in a ride, but I want to show you guys this. This is called Tuk Lao. So this is basically a bamboo bong, and they put tobacco in it, and then they rip it. You see a lot of the OG old guys in the north doing it. It's a thing here in the south, but it's definitely more of a northern thing. Like in Hanoi, you see a lot of people with the Tuk Lao, and a lot of cafes like this, they'll have like a little Tuk Lao just chilling that you can use while you drink your coffee. But again, a little bit less here in the south. We're gonna go grab some Banh Cat, which is like an iconic Vietnamese pancake from this city. They make them with seafood, so Uncle Hollywood's got to give it a go. And anyway, guys, we'll pick it up in a moment. So you know we got to get the Banh Cat, and they got the Banh Sao. No, this is our Vietnamese pancakes.
Yeah, they have Vietnamese
See?
pancakes, small and big. So
Banh-
you can get one of them.
Banh Sao, Banh Cat, you know. Got to do the staples. The Vietnamese favorites. All right, high menu. Okay.
Let's translate some of the prices for them, Jack. So this is the name and the address. How much is this?
They're about
90.
70 a piece, 90.
So this is $3.51 USD.
Fried water, spinach with garlic. Oh, you can get spinach and shit. You get vegetables here.
This is $2.73.
So this is called Banh Cat.
Banh Cat.
Tom.
Bong.
And
Tom.
Shrimp.
Tom Cat.
no, Banh Cat Tom.
Banh Cat Tom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Uncle Hollywood at Hollywood's Journey. I'm here with Reborn Abroad.
Super cool.
And he's going to explain to you what we're eating right now. So please explain.
All right, we're gonna do a double, so we got it for our channel too, guys. So this is called Banh Cat Tom. Tom means shrimp. So this is basically a Vietnamese pancake, and then you get veg here and herbs, and there's a selection of different herbs you can put on it. This is like, I think this is like shredded, like unripened mango and carrot. And then you basically roll it all up, and then you dip it into this sweet fish sauce here.
With some leaves.
And you just kind of make a little package, and then you can eat it with your chopsticks. I got a soup kua. This is a crab soup made with a lot of cornstarch, but it's actually really delicious.
Yeah, I've actually had that before, guys, and the soup is pretty good. I've had this once or twice in Saigon. It's a little cheaper there, but once again, they're like little pancakes. These things are pretty awesome and cheap. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it costs 70,000, which is about $2.40. And I went with a Coke today, which they usually upcharge you probably like 60 cents.
And guys, there are cheaper Banh Cat places than this. We just took them to a more iconic one that has like a very good reputation, but there's little hole in the wall ones here where you can get them for 50, 60,000 also. So
this one is just like really good. Like we like this one. We come here often.
yeah, this is a better one.
Yeah, so today is more of a just travel around. Like I said, it's my journey and I'm taking you on it. I'm giving you prices, I'm giving you new foods.
Oh yeah.
introduce you to Reborn abroad so you can move here nice and easy. And I'm gonna give one a try now. They're always a little different everywhere you go. I'm using my chopstick. I'm not even gonna use that right now. I just wanna taste it without. I'm gonna go anywhere.
It's easier.
See, I kind of...
And they got shrimp. The shrimp.
Dome.
These are probably the best ones I've ever had.
Yeah, that's why you're paying a little extra. But again, man, it's...
Well, I don't mean to poke with my mouth full, but it's pretty good. Really good.
I put all the herbs in, guys. I make...
Don't lose my
Tastes like a
chopstick, Jack.
pancake. I'm not big into wrapping the herbs. I
How
think
come?
the herbs, one, sometimes I don't trust them.
Oh.
Yeah, fair enough. I've been doing it for
Two,
years.
I feel the herb takes away from the original taste of the shrimp and the pancake.
That's interesting.
This is sweet fish sauce, and you put chili in it. I always eat the herbs because I love all the greens in Vietnam, even if I am getting pesticides. I mean, who knows? Maybe I am, but they're, so I'll show you
At
kind of...
this price point, maybe not. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this place,
actually.
this place has got a very good rep, so I don't think they're sourcing like unclean produce here. Some of the ones on the streets that are like 50K a piece, oh, definitely, it's different quality.
Did we still order the banseo, Jack?
Yeah, we did order a Monseo, so...
Okay.
And you guys can see, you dip it like this, right? And then you can...
Eat it. Oh, lost it.
I lost my
5 years ago, I couldn't do that, just so you know.
Skills.
So this is soup kua, guys. It's a crab soup, and they put, these are quail eggs. So they put a boiled quail egg in with the soup.
All right.
And we got some more veg.
I love lettuce.
Oh, our cornstarch. It's a thick soup. It's good.
The rabbit.
Lettuce
Yeah.
head.
Yes.
Thanks, Jack. I love these.
Tay, teacher. So this year teaching, you know, I've been here 5 years now, so I think I got a little bit more experience. This year I've kind of given up a little quicker than normal. Depends on the school you're in and the students, but teaching this year is not that bad. Once again, you only work 20, 22 hours a week.
Explain your schedule right now.
Right now, I work Monday afternoon, 1:15 to 4:30, and I have a 15-minute break. Then I work Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. to 11:25, with a 30-minute break. Wednesday, I work all day, all morning, all afternoon, with no breaks, maybe 30 minutes. 7 o'clock class, 30-minute break, and then all day. Thursday afternoon, I work in the afternoon for 3 hours with a 15-minute break. And then Friday, I work a class, a 30-minute break, a class, a 55-minute break, 2 classes, lunch, and then in the afternoon till 4:30. And that's my week. It's 22 and a half hours.
What kind of jobs are these? Training center, public school?
Public school. I'm at a public school working for a pretty big company.
We lined it up.
Reborn got it for me. The school doesn't really have too many teacher aides, so a lot of my classes is just me, so I don't really have to worry. If I tell a kid to shut up or something, he's not gonna go cry back. There are some kids that are bad in this school. The English level is pretty low, and with no teacher aide, that put it together, it's like TNT, it's chaos. Nobody to translate into Vietnamese, so my classes, what I'm kind of doing now, my warm-up is I have a kid write the ABCs, and then I have 5 kids come up, they pick each other, and I go over sounds, I go over vocabulary, and then I sit down and say, if you want help, I'm sitting at my desk. If you don't want help, please be quiet. And so my days are pretty easy this year. Last year I would have probably got upset a little bit. Because listen, they're right in front of you, doing their hair, doing their makeup, having your, so they're not, you're standing up and 48, 50 kids in your class, you got like 8 listening to you. So it can get frustrating, that's the frustrating part, like you gotta talk but nobody's listening.
Yeah. You're talking to yourself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
So,
You still get paid
But
to
it's
go.
still easier than any job I've had in America, and that's having my own business for training and construction. I mean, it's easier and it's less energy.
You can save money.
Yeah.
no degree for this homie, and he's got a $20 TEFL, and he's been out here 5 years doing it. And Mish might have just been offered an opportunity potentially for like a G a month to work 3 days, and they're gonna basically get us underneath their sponsorship. So even though I'm not gonna have to work there, I might pick up some cover shifts there. But
It's possible.
yeah, we gotta talk. Like nothing's 100% at this point, guys. Like we'll see what happens, but there's some things in the wind that might keep me here for at least the school year. It might be interesting. So yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. It's been an interesting year. We're all hoping that next year will be a better year, and hopefully in November, you know, the West will have better leadership, which means that our clients will be in a better position to start pursuing the real dreams in their life.
So I'll keep this.
That's a big ass bonsai dome.
Jay, let's get a photo.
Yeah. So this is full with this one is filled with shrimp.
Shrimp, yeah. Let's
So-
get a photo, Jay.
You guys can see Mish wants to get a photo.
Just real quick.
It is unbelievable, isn't it? Look at the size of this
Looks
thing.
really good.
Nice.
How much did this cost? $2?
It's like $2 something, yeah, maybe $3.
$3.
I think it was 70 or something like that. We have to look. All right, guys. So it's the same rules. You basically take the piece you want, you wrap it in the veg, you dip it in the sauce, and it's no different than the little pancakes. These are just this is the big pancake, and this one is filled with shrimp.
Let's show it on.
Oh, I
you guys
gotta
can
flip
see.
it for the.
Some shrimp and looks like some garlic maybe, or some kind of herb
It
in
takes
here.
a little longer to make.
And they have string beans and stuff. Very nice. One of my favorite foods in Vietnam. Hollywood's getting ready to do some content on it.
I'm gonna do a short, 60 seconds.
All right.
And
Let's
zoom
see.
in.
So, I mean, this is, again, probably maximum $3. You know, not very expensive for a delicious meal. And again, this is a little bit outside of Saigon, so you can find cheaper here and you can find cheaper in Saigon, but you can find more expensive also. So, you know, bear that in mind. Everything in Vietnam is it's like, you know, different places in the market. There's the cheapest of the cheap and the most expensive of the most expensive. So guys, it's like basically like a Vietnamese dosa. It's made out of rice, and they usually will cook it with like shrimp or squid or sometimes meat or whatever it is you want in it. And you can just eat it. You can eat it with your hands, or you can eat it with chopsticks. And again, you just dunk it into the sweet chili. Mmm.
Good? So good, right? I love it.
One of my favorite Vietnamese foods.
See the crust, guys? It's like bright yellow. Delicious.
All right, so that's $12.83, and that's with drinks and everything else. So I'm gonna give him
Including drinks.
Nam Cham Yang.
Yeah.
So I'll give him 500,000.
All of this was how much?
Ba Cham Hai Moi Chin.
How much? 329.
29. Look, you getting it. You getting it. You almost understood some of that.
$12.83.
$12.83 for everything.
For all
we
this.
paid. Wow.
Yeah.
And I bet you the most expensive thing was the drinks.
Oh yeah, no question. Like, well, the bonsai, if you think about it, even if it's like $2 so if it was, even if that was the most expensive thing, like $3, look at the size of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted to shout Hollywood. Yeah, I wanted to shout Hollywood a lunch. Like he really took care of us when we were on Boy Viet, so
it.
we wanted to shout him a lunch and a cafe drink and stuff. You know,
I
take care of family. You know how we do it. So tonight we're gonna go take them to a seafood spot, and it's one of my favorite. If you've watched some of these videos, you'll see, and we'll talk more about the life of an English teacher working in the Ho Chi Minh City public schools, and we'll show you what his weekend looks like hanging out with the big uncle. So I thought I'd show you guys. This is like where we just had our bankat. This place is really cool. It's got some interesting art. It's got some stuff telling you what the plants are. These look like these are ginger or ginseng. I think it's ginseng and alcohol. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty interesting little spot. Look at the bling bling.
Last night it was dead.
Super bling bling. Hey.
Honey, do you want some fruit?
I already got a ride coming. It's Toyota Bach. What does he have? Oh, some of that.
It's gonna be a little.
Maybe I will get some.
All right, guys. I'll call you when I.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good. Xin chào chị. Tính tiền.
Cái này 80, cái này 60.
60.
80.
80. Can I have 500 gram 80? Yeah.
Giỏi quá, giỏi quá.
And the ride is here basically.
Nói tiếng Việt giỏi.
Tiếng Việt một chút, Vietnam sao
Giỏi,
nào?
giỏi, giỏi.
Giỏi.
Toyota 34. I think it's that one, Jay. Variety here.
500 grams, guys.
40.
40, cảm ơn chị. 100. 100 nhang.
Quay lại 60.
60.
60.
60 nha.
60 ngàn.
60 chốt.
Đây, 60.
6 chốt. 6 chốt.
Hoặc là 60.
60. Tạm biệt.
Giỏi, giỏi.
Hẹn gặp lại. All right, we're at my favorite little spot, Octin Inn. It's like a high quality, cheap seafood place with Uncle Hollywood.
It's packed tonight. It's Saturday night, guys.
Hollywood's journey.
So Hollywood's never been here. This is my spot in Vung Tau, so we're gonna take him here. So I got some crab vermicelli. I got some onion rings.
Calamari.
Some fried calamari.
Bok choy with garlic.
Yeah, bok choy with garlic. And some, what are the other ones? Clams or?
Yeah, so we got the white clams with tamarind sauce.
I fuck with those a lot. And what did you get, Hollywood?
I got shrimp and beer,
Yeah, it's good. I had it.
and I got French fries.
Okay. Yeah, easy. Yeah, I've had the shrimp and beer. It's good. Steamed in beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is.
I like shrimp a lot. I like crab.
And bro, do you see the menu? It's not crazy. The prices are not crazy.
Have some of the noodles. We got crab noodles.
Before I leave, I'm gonna order 2 crabs to bring home.
Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
His lady's feeling sick, unfortunately, so he's gonna come and bring her some seafood. Win over any Vietnamese person's heart.
Yeah,
Good.
well, that's our favorite crab.
Good. So bring home some good crabs.
So
But every
good.
time I go, let's go get crab. No, it's too expensive. No.
Yo, no, the city Vung Tau is famous for the crab ban can. You see ban can qua? It's the crab soup out here.
Yeah, soup.
Yeah, all,
That soup is fake crab, right?
yeah, imitation, but
Yeah.
it's famous from this city.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah, they do hoi tu with the thinner noodle with squid. That's also famous here. Squid noodle soup.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't like squid, calamari. I don't like
Oh, I love calamari.
mussel.
All right, guys, we got the white clams with the tamarind sauce, looking good, and the bok choy with garlic. Yum.
Nice fried garlic on there.
This is the tamarind sauce. Wow, phenomenal. Really good, Jay. You gotta try it.
Okay. I'm a big tamarind sauce person. I'm also like heavily addicted to tamarinds, so I'm gonna try a piece. I might as well take the whole thing.
Like I love snapper and salmon and things like that.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
fish.
That's seafood I
Clams? I like clams.
not a clam guy, a mussel guy, squid, anything slimy.
So we got squid tonight. I want to come in here and try the stingray. I think that'll be really interesting.
You could do that. Let me know how it is. I heard it tastes like steak.
Okay.
It's a little thick, and then it's not tender.
This is some of the cheapest seafood in the world, guys, in Southeast Asia. I'm pescatarian. You might see me eat a lot of vegan food, but I do eat seafood and eggs. So I enjoy a good seafood feast once in a while. And it can be done very inexpensively here.
Well, you wouldn't be vegan, you would be vegetarian, right?
Pescatarian. That's my vermicelli, and there's the fries.
That's crazy.
That's sugar, right?
Sugar and butter.
And
for
butter.
the French
Oh
fries.
my god.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, show
White
them.
granulated sugar.
That's how they do their French
That's their
fries.
sauce.
That's how they do their French fries. That's
I don't
crazy.
do it.
And this is my crab noodle
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't look like shrimp.
and that bok choy. Sorry, we ordered a bunch of shit. So I love this one, guys. This is one of my favorites. So this is crab and vermicelli, and they put bok choy and other veggie in there.
French
And
fries, one of my favorite food groups.
is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to try one.
I love French fries.
And you dip it in the soy sauce with the chili. So this is the vermicelli with crab meat. So
That's a lot of fries.
How's the fries?
Not McDonald's.
I get on some bok choy with garlic and black pepper. I love bok choy. all this between all of us will probably come out to a bit under 20 bucks.
In America.
Oh, I don't even want to imagine. I shudder to imagine what they would pay in America.
No idea. That's a squid.
That's the squid. This is us.
Yeah, open that was fried.
No, that's us. That's squid. So this is the fried squid now. Yours is steamed.
Yeah.
You can have some though if you want squid.
He doesn't like squid.
He's not a squid person. We got
What sauce is that?
fried squid. It looks like it's like a tomato sauce, like a hot sauce, like a ketchup. And I usually like to go in with the
Yeah, this is better.
salt and pepper and the pomegranate. What is that? A pomegranate or? No, that's not.
No, not pomegranate.
What's it called again? Kumquat. Kumquat.
Yeah.
Kumquat with salt and pepper. Oh yeah. That's delicious, bro. Please have some bok choy too. It's very good for you. So we're getting this stuff. We're getting the greatest teacher in the world, the greatest educator to ever exist, myself and my protege, to a good seafood meal. Yo, so I might be hanging out in Vietnam. It's not totally decided yet, guys. Might be Vung Tau, might be Saigon for a minute, just to maybe like finish out the school year and make some more content for you guys on teaching. I haven't done it in a while. It'd be kind of fun to do it again and do it better, you know? So maybe I will, but it's not. There's still some other things on the table too. We may end up in Chiang Mai. That may happen still anyway, but just like a little later. Boom. This is your beer and your yeah. Here you go.
Beer batter.
Beer batter. Beer steamed.
Oh, beer.
Beer steamed prawn.
Anything with beer.
All right. So we got some fried onion rings going on over here. And I'm putting them in the tamarind sauce. The stuff's off the hook, guys. It's so good. So if you guys are thinking of coming to Southeast Asia, I guarantee you'll have a better quality of life for far less money. A meal like this is going to be under 20 bucks, I think, or maybe they're about 20. And we'll show you, of course, guys. But yeah, if you're thinking about coming out here, you know, we work with all different types of people, from people who have master's degrees all the way down to people looking for low responsibility, easy TEFL jobs. We get you lined up. We got connections in mostly, you know, all the large markets and some of the popular smaller markets as well, some of the provinces. So really any tier of the ESL market, if you're looking for a job, we can plug you in. And guys, we don't make any commissions from the Vietnamese. That's why we charge a consulting fee. Just the way we see it is we're working for you to get you the best deal. So if you are thinking about teaching English in this part of the world, and you want to have everything set up for you and have a good network and just kind of walk into an easy, low responsibility job, as long as you're a native speaker with a strong passport, you know, definitely get at me on the Facebook fan page or any of the contact information in the video. If you're a digital nomad or a retiree and you're looking for a way to stay out here longer, get at me. I can help you. I can help with Vietnamese people that can facilitate for most services you would want or need with your new life in Southeast Asia. How's the food?
Really good.
Simply good. Vegetables are good.
Is this a squid or?
On your ring.
French fries are Frenchin'.
That butter and sugar is weird.
Yeah.
So you got some butter with the French fries with the sugar.
Butter and granulated sugar. It's too weird for me.
Yeah. I just want ketchup, maybe a little mayonnaise in there or something.
I'm like addicted to this tamarind sauce. It's the craziest shit ever.
So good.
Oh my God, it's so good. So all that food came out to Bon Cham Ba Moi Tam Nhan, which is 438,000 BND, which is $17 what?
$17.
Even? $17 even.
Yeah, just about.
Okay, and how was it, Hollywood? You fed?
Yeah, it filled me up. The shrimp, where they give me about 8 or 9 shrimp, and then like stacked this high of French fries. Plus I had some of your onion rings and some of your vegetables.
I fed 3 people for 17 bucks here, guys. That's all you gotta know.
And if you would have had, normally I have 2 or 3 beers, it just would have been an extra, because the beers were 16,000. So what, would have been another $2 to get 3
Right, right. So yeah, with some beers, not yeah.
Not expensive.
Hard to beat.
Yeah.
Hard to beat. Show me where else in the world you have seafood of this quality for these type of prices, guys. Vietnam is truly special that way. So Hollywood, if you were gonna recommend to a young teacher, someone aspiring to teach the Englishes in Vietnam, what kind of TEFL should they get?
the cheapest, lowest price TEFL. 120 hours. You get them online for anywhere between 20, 25 bucks.
Most of them are open book. That's something I should mention.
Yeah.
They're like open book.
What I did, my brother had 2 computers at his house. So on one computer, when you took the test, and then on the other computer, he was Googling all the answers, and I just put them in.
I was Googling the answers too, and they were all up there on forums.
Yeah.
Everyone posted them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my brother was going fast on one while I was reading it. He was looking it up, and it took me 20 minutes to take the whole test.
And has an employer ever asked you or cared about your TEFL?
They just asked for a copy.
They just want to know you have it. They don't care
They
what.
want a copy. That's
But
it.
they don't care what it says. They don't care if it was
How
a
many
classroom.
hours.
So guys, that's my thing. I'm not anti-TEFL. I don't have a problem with TEFLs. I have a problem with like $2,000 TEFLs and these classes to have you learn how to do something that like a trained monkey could do. Now, don't get me wrong. Like it can be useful. You can gain some insight. I think it's a good requirement. But I just hate to see people who are trying to get their start. They maybe have limited capital, waste so much money, and a lot of times the job placement stuff is super scammy. They place you with like whatever company will take you or who will pay them the most commission for you. So again, that's why I charge a fee separately, and I'm just very transparent about it. Some people scoff and they're like, oh, you charge a fee to find me a job? Yeah, I charge a fee because the alternative is I charge a fee to the school, and then I don't care what job you get. I care what school pays me the most for you, right? And that's not ever been my mindset with helping people find teaching jobs in Southeast Asia. Also, guys, we got the plug in China. Service costs more complicated. We're gonna have to hold your hand more. We're gonna have to get you into the country, get documents stuff done, but we can support you on jobs in China too. And even though the industry is not what it used to be, there are still occasionally good jobs there. But personally, I recommend Vietnam. I think it's a good quality of life. Don't listen to the gatekeepers online. There are ways that employers can still get you work permits even if you don't have a degree. And if you're thinking about like opening up a company, having some kind of a business in this part of the world, like it's a wild ride, guys. Like things aren't gonna go always the way you expect. You have to come and have real expectations. You're coming to a developing country. You kind of gotta let go on stress.
My suggestion for your TEFL, get the cheapest, but you're gonna have to get 2 of them. One of them you're gonna have to get translated into Vietnamese and notarized in your city. And then just have one normal, so you have 2 copies, one notarized, and you can just give it to them because they're going to charge you more normally at the company to do that for you.
So, Hollywood, I was talking about the business culture and how different it is and how people need to kind of relax when they come out here. And it's whether you're an investor, whether you're working as an English teacher, you need
slower.
Yeah, you need to realize things don't work the way they work in the West. It's not the same world.
Yeah, you don't make a phone call and it happens tomorrow. You make a phone call and maybe take 2 weeks, and it's just good. You gotta have more patience here. You're in a different country, different language. 1 week, somebody can be arrested or something, and something happens. It's like throwing a rock in the water, you get the ripples. You never know how many ripples, what's gonna happen.
I've seen people who have really unrealistic expectations. Like even, I made a video about this one guy I called Ding Dong. He flew to Hanoi. He wanted to open up a company up in Hanoi, then he stopped communicating with us, disappeared. He popped up in Da Nang and he bought a van and shit. He's like driving all over Vietnam in some van that he put under this company. He had no driver's license, didn't pay taxes on any of this. Like he didn't register the vehicle.
Is he out of the country now?
Wow, yeah, he got kicked out. He's trying to come back, and even though he was an asshole to us and he talked shit about us, my partner still has sympathy on him, and as long as he shuts up and behaves, he's still gonna help him.
Money.
It's just that he's one of those people who came here and he thinks that it works the way it works in England. Like he lived in Taiwan for a while, and Taiwan's a developed country, so he came with like developed country expectations.
Yeah, you can't have that.
And he was already being reckless and sort of thinking that like whatever he does, we could just clean up after him. Whereas a lot of the problems he had, he moved to a province outside of Da Nang, and he didn't like know the police or work with the police or give gifts or introduce himself. And he just like suddenly rented this guest house that a guy charged him 20 G's. When he got thrown out of the country, the guy just took the guest house back. Like just really ding dong stuff that like if he would have just talked to us, it wouldn't have been a problem. So I do want to warn people, like these places are cool, but they're not like paradise. Like, you know, you can really fuck your life up here. That's why I think we're helpful. But if you do pay us and you decide to work with us, whether it's for finding you a job, helping you set up a company, whatever your ambitions are, you know, you are paying us, so please listen to us and take our advice and involve us in the process, because we can't control things if you don't let us help you. And our network is here to help you. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for access to a reliable network in Southeast Asia.
There's not a lot of reliable companies here. They just want your money. They want to take it and then they forget about you or they blacklist you. So you gotta have good connections here, or they're gonna put you with a company that is gonna steal your money at the end of the month, and then you won't have a job and you work 1 month and you won't even have money.
Or even worse, if it's something like dealing with business side of things, like there's all these legal problems that can happen. So you're better off just like, you know, trying to work with reliable and good faith people. And what we do is we put you into a network of service providers. We get all the offers for you, and then we have them bid against each other to get you the best offer. So that's whether it's for your retirement, for real estate, for somebody who can do a visa service, somebody to get you a job. We're always fishing to kind of get you the best deal and to play, you know, play the service providers against each other in order to give you the easiest possible landing that you can have in these countries.
You know, but nothing's simple. I mean, I've been all over the world.
Sure.
Nothing's simple, but when it does happen, it's worth it. Once again, I know I say this all the time, but where can you work 22 hours a week, and at the end of the month, you're gonna make about $2 grand, and your cost of living is $900.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
So guys, if you're struggling in the West, you're working a job you don't like, come get at us, we can help you. This is, like I said, it's not paradise, you know? There's lots of problems, but I think the trade-off is worth it, especially if you need to make a little bit of money and you want to still have a standard of living while you do it. Even me, like I like to come back and teach once in a while when business is slow. It's a cool place to kind of come and, you know, sharpen up my skills and remember if I, you know, like something I might just start doing on the holidays. Christmas is always dead for me, so this is a good time of year to come teach a teacher.
Well, they work Christmas here.
Yeah, they work straight through it, guys. The only real break here is Tet holiday, which is any time from January to February. Everything's closed for like 2 weeks.
This year it's January, end of January.
Tet's good though. It gives you that middle. It's like that middle break.
Yeah.
It's like in the NFL, you get that bye week. It's like a bye week. So I enjoy Tet. I don't go anywhere. The whole country goes. Leave Saigon. So then Saigon or Ho Chi Minh is kind of quiet and things might be closed, but if you know certain spots, they're still open.
Yeah.
But that's why I like the Tet time. I don't travel for Tet.
All right, guys. I hope this video was helpful to give you some insight into what life is like in Southeast Asia for a young fellow over here teaching in the public schools. And for me, doing a combination of occasionally teaching while I'm in town, content creation, consulting. Misha's currently studying cybersecurity and cloud computing, and she's doing some courses through the state of New York as well, so online, which is great. So yeah, well, the future is bright, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please take a second to smash the like button. And again, if you're thinking of coming to Southeast Asia, let us make that a lot easier for you.
Brush your face and wash your teeth, son.
Reborn abroad got me a job in Vietnam.
Reborn abroad got me a job in Vietnam.
Years later, we're still friends, so hit us up.
Reborn abroad, they're legit. They got me a job. I'm pretty happy.
Reborn abroad got me a job in Vietnam.
Reborn abroad got me a job.
Brush your teeth.
Hey, what's up? I'm D from Canada. Hook up with the New York Nomad if you want a smooth ride into Vietnam or any Southeast Asian countries.
Hey, my name is Aaron. Get in contact with the New York Nomads. If you want to get into Vietnam, hit them up. They'll get you in securely and professionally.
Yo, this is Uncle Hollywood. I'm telling you right now, the New York Nomad got me a job. He's legit. Hit him up. Check him out.
New York Nomad set me up in Vietnam.
Yo, my man got me a job. Come to Vietnam.
Hey, what's up, guys? You thinking about coming to Vietnam? You're not sure where to start. You've heard a lot of things online. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's not. We offer a consulting service where we help you get on your feet in Vietnam. We give you advice on negotiating contracts with employers. We help you with real estate agents, visa agents that are reliable and that you can trust. We help you get started in this amazing country and get on your feet. We help you get into different opportunities that might be more difficult for you if you were just landing in the country on your own. And we help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls and problems that you could have as a newcomer here. We provide provide you with reliable job recruiters, visa agents, real estate agents, and advice. If you guys are thinking about coming to Vietnam, hit us up for a consultation. We'll help you get started, help you get on your feet, and hopefully you'll love Vietnam as much as we do.